Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to add our seller service to the API gateway. So this will be seller.service.ts. Now what I'm going to do to just make everything fast, I will copy the contents of my buyer service, okay, because what we need is just similar. I'll change this to Axios seller service. I can delete all of this, just have only one of the functions so we can reuse it. So okay, and then here it's going to be seller. Okay, it's going to be seller. And now let's add this to our server.ts file. Okay, we are going to change the method name, so come right here and then let's duplicate this. This is going to be Axios seller instance. Okay, I think right here, and this should be gateway. Okay, so with this, when a request is before a request is made, it will add the bearer token to the headers. Okay, now the first method we want here is going to be get seller by ID, and I'll pass the seller ID. Okay, and it's going to be of type string, and the response is going to be Axios response, which is going to be a promise. And here for the endpoints, it's going to be backticks, then /ID /seller ID. There's something later I think I will explain with regards to how we define these parts. Okay, I will explain it later, probably once we get to adding routes for our user service. Okay, so this is going to be get, and then the next one is going to be get seller by username. So get seller by username, and I'll pass in username. Okay, here is going to be username. Okay, then another method is get random sellers. Get random sellers. It doesn't take any parameter. Okay, and then here is just going to be /random. Okay, it's just going to be /random. Okay, and then we want to create the method for our creating a user. So I'll call this create seller, and it will take body of type I seller document. Okay, and it's going to be a post. Okay, and here it's going to be create, and then we pass in the body object. Okay, so that we can get it with request.body. Okay, and then the next one is going to be update. So update seller. So this is going to be update seller, and then for this it's going to take two properties: seller ID of type string, and then the document or the document that contains the fields you want to update. Now for this, I will use backticks /seller ID. Okay, so this is the endpoint, and then lastly let's just add the endpoints for our seeding. Okay, so once we want to create a seed data for our sellers, we only need the count. So count will be of type string, and it's going to be put. Okay, this update seller, I think change it to put, and while the seed also change it to put. And then here it's just simply going to be we just pass backticks /seed /count. Okay, so and let me change the name of the class. So this is going to be seller service. Okay, so this is going to be seller service. Okay, so now in the API gateway we have our buyer service, we have our seller service. Okay, now we will start working on our controllers in the user's service.